Well, when we think of the stroke economy, we're talking about a description of how we share authentic affirmations, how we share the fact that I really value your honesty. I really appreciate your thoughtfulness. Um, you know, you really express caring with me and with others, and I really appreciate that about you. So offering strokes or offering affirmations is what the issue is, or what the intent is. When you speak of an economy, we're talking about how much and how often do we affirm each other, and and the quality of that affirmation, the authenticity of that affirmation. So all of those things make up the stroke economy. When I think of what is the function of strokes, or what is the function of affirmation, I've heard it called the fuel of life. That is meaning that we as human beings, one of the most fundamental things that we do is to recognize each other as human, recognize each other as one, as a reflection of ourselves. And what we do is affirm that. We can affirm that by touching someone, by looking at them, by speaking to them. And all of these things are affirming that you see and that you take in, or you are with another human being. And so what that does is gives us a feeling. We need that affirmation. We thrive on that affirmation, that positive affirming that we exist, that we are valued, we are seen, we are appreciated, we matter. So at the essence, when we think of what does it do, if we ascribe to the notion that it is really the fuel of life, then you would be asking, well, why do we put gasoline in the automobile? We put gasoline in the automobile because that is necessary for the automobile to function. And at some level, I think we're saying it's necessary for us to function well by receiving affirmations. I like to think that we approach, we embrace, we share affirmations because it fuels us. It makes relationships work. It gives life to being with other people. That our relationships will be richer. That our communications with each other will be clearer and more precise and more functional, more effective. That we will come to understand each other. We will come to care about each other. We will come to support each other, to offer protection for each other, to love each other more. This is what is hoped for as we learn to and become comfortable with giving and receiving affirmations. These are some of the outcomes that we want. Always we should avoid using tools as weapons. For instance, we can use affirmations to manipulate people, to say, well, I will tell you this and try to boost your ego, because when I do that, I expect that you will whatever do for me and whatever. So the notion is we should think of strokes, giving and receiving them, as truthful and honest and authentic, and not as tools to manipulate or punish or do things that are negative. And yes, when people need feedback for their negative behavior, then we must offer that. But we offer that even in a way to preserve the person's dignity, to preserve their sense of worth.